Days of Our Lives early daily spoilers June 3 to 7 Clyde caught in wedding chaos. Days of Our Lives Thursday, May 30 spoilers Stefan's job offer for Theresa. Alex spills secret. Kristen's Jude response. Days of Our Lives Ava's body bag for Clyde. Steve uncovers Goldman's fake name. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the forthcoming inaugurations of Days of Our Lives, observers are set for an engaging week from June 3 to 7, 2024. In an engaging series of events, we see concerned Stephanie Johnson, and she reaches out to Chad DiMera regarding Everett Lynch's deteriorating internal health. Meanwhile, Steve Johnson is hot on the trail of Clyde Weston and Officer Goldman, and he's getting closer to uncovering their den. Lucas Horton, Ava Vitale, and Harris Michaels embark on a charge. They're going to detect Clyde in Montana. Also, Marlena Evans consults with Jada Hunter about organizing an intervention for Everett. Days of Our Lives Sloan Peterson and Nicole Walker go to blows. A distraught Eric Brady, assured by Marlena and John, grapples with the loss of his child. In a surprising move, Stefan DiMera offers Theresa Donovan a job. So this leads to implicit chaos at the boat. Sloan Peterson is in a heated battle with Nicole Walker, which leads to a shocking punch. The pressure escalates as Leo Stark confronts E.J. DiMera about the lucre plan, and Eric Brady catches Sloan Peterson trying to flee Salem. And Sarah Horton plans a marriage surprise. Also, Ava Vitale and Lucas Horton corner Officer Goldman. And Clyde makes an unthinkable claim about Abigail Devrogs. As the week draws to a close, a suspicious Alex Kyriakis stumbles upon Theresa and Brady Black in a compromising position. So this sparks implicit rift with Kristen DiMera. Sarah Horton reaches out to a figure from Xander Cook's history. So Days of Our Lives is setting the stage for further drama in Salem from 6/3 to 6/7/2024. Days of Our Lives Thursday, May 30 spoilers Stefan's job offer for Theresa. Alex spills secret. Kristen's Jude response. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Thursday, May 30 reveal that a chance at employment will land right in Theresa Donovan's stage. Stefan DiMera still has set up a new director to replace Ava Vitale at the bistro, but he'll eventually offer the job to Theresa. Theresa likes eating at the eatery and is obviously familiar with their menu. Likewise, Theresa is the kind of girl who can work the crowd and charm people in the right circumstances. Stefan will see a lot of benefits when it comes to adding Theresa to his platoon. So Days spoilers say he'll make his pitch and most likely get a yes out of her soon enough. In the meantime, Alex Kyriakis will face Theresa's questions about his moping relationship with Kristen DiMera, so that should lead to some disunion with Theresa. Days spoilers say Alex will remain torn between Theresa and Kristen, so he'll open up to Marlena Evans about the two women in his life and will no doubt get some advice. Coming on Thursday's Days of Our Lives occasion, E.J. DiMera will have some stunning updates for Kristen, who will learn the news about Jude being her family's son with Nicole DiMera, of course. E.J. isn't really the natural father then, so Kristen might grow suspicious as E.J. shares how rapturous he's about Jude being home. There are effects about the story that may not add up as far as Kristen's concerned. Days suckers know Kristen could use some influence since it could help her score the CEO spot at DiMera Enterprises, so she'll surely keep her eyes and cognizance open for blackmail material. In Montana, Ava Vitale will go over the Clyde Weston prisoner scheme with Harris Michaels and Lucas Horton, but she'll intimately be conniving to pull the detector on Clyde the first chance she gets. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Ava's parlous charge will lead to a tight spot for Harris in the coming occurrences. So we'll bring you more prognostications on all the marvels and shakeups. Although John and Marlena argued that Nicole DiMera would find a way to keep Eric in Jude's life, Eric felt he'd to stay down. When Everett Lynch aka Robert Bobby Stang popped up and apologized for decking Eric at Small Bar, Eric stomped off. John followed and offered a Vim talk, but Eric wasn't vended on whether he could still be part of the picture for Jude. Back with Everett, he formally again rejected Marlena's attempt to help him and lashed out before walking down. In the Dement on Wednesday's Days occasion, Stephanie Johnson told Chad about Everett's dissociative identity complaint. So Chad reflected on Abigail DiMera's experience with DID and how delicate that was. Chad refocused out that Stephanie was in for a rough lift if she stood by Everett through his fire, but she didn't want to abandon him over his internal illness. Marlena ultimately got in touch with Jada Hunter, and she wanted to carry Everett's intervention, so Jada texted Stephanie about it as well. In Montana, Ava Vitale and Harris Michaels talked about being lucky to get their motel room since it was trout season. Lucas Gorton appeared and said he'd sleep on a hut before adding that he didn't want to be a third wheel. Harris refocused out that Lucas was there to serve as a motorist and a lookout. Once they got Clyde Weston behind bars, Harris claimed they could get Lucas permanently released from captivity. There was some talk about the librarian in City feeding Rebecca Goldman's print. Goldman had putatively penetrated the Black Book images at a computer she'd been using there before publishing them out. Clyde was likely catching in the Forestland, but Harris suggested they could find Goldman and follow her to Clyde's position. Although there weren't any open cafes in the area, Harris and Lucas decided to see what they could find to eat at the near convenience store. At the cantina on Wednesday's day's occasion, Steve Johnson had regale with Jada Hunter, so he was curious over Harris' mysterious overdue timeout and Ava's involvement. Steve also expressed concern over Stephanie and Everett's connection, but Jada didn't want to get into the details of Everett's particular life, though she did admit she didn't suppose Everett would physically harm Stephanie. Once their burgers arrived, Jada reflected on her gluten-free bun and how she talked Roman Brady into using the brand Goldman formerly recommended. Jada explained that Goldman had celiac complaint, so this was the only kind of Chex she ate, and she ordered it from a niche bakery online. Steve did some digging after Jada left on Wednesday's Days of Our Lives show, so he was suitable to score some pivotal word before calling Ava. Days of Our Lives Ava's body bag for Clyde. Steve uncovers Goldman's fake name. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, May 29, reveals that Marlena Evans and John Black bought gifts for Jude Brady before John reserved an eatery table ahead of their regale with Sloan Peterson. Brady and Eric Brady, after Marlena called Eric to see where he was, he didn't pick up and texted her that he couldn't make it. Although Ava asked how Steve set up her, he acted like it was his business to find people who didn't want to be set up. Despite Steve's desire to come out to Montana and join the Clyde hunt, Ava pushed him stay in Salem and trust her to handle this. Steve's disquisition refocused to a Faith Silvers getting a Chuck payload at Apio Box in Ennis, Montana. The first payload happened a week after Clyde broke out of captivity, so Steve and Ava assumed that Faith was Goldman. Once Steve mentioned that the coming payload was listed to arrive hereafter, he advised Ava to be careful since he didn't want her coming home in a body bag. Ava promised she'd indeed be careful and intimately pulled a gun out of her things. After Ava hung up on Wednesday's day's occasion, she claimed Clyde was the only person who would be coming home in a body bag and looked awfully determined. Latterly, Harris and Lucas made it back with slushies as well as flaming hot rubbish airs, so Ava sat down to eat with them and kept quiet about Steve's rearmost news. Back with Steve, he called Chad to let him know Harris was on the case and that he felt confident Harris would bring Clyde back. When Chad asked if Clyde would be dead or alive, Steve said he didn't have to tell Chad which one he'd prefer. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Ava's endless takedown plot will come with some big twists, so stick with us for further prognostications on all the drama. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.